Hey everyone, One Big Boss here, and as you can tell from the title of the video that you clicked on, well, it's kind of a movie review, which is something I don't really do that often, which I kind of should, but this is kind of a video game channel, but movies are my passion. If you've been with me since the beginning of this channel 3 years ago, you know that the things I like most are cartoons, video games, action movies, anime, and martial arts. You'll know I'm a big fan of all that stuff. But the only other reviews I've ever done that weren't video game reviews really were what was it, Street Fighter Assassin's Fist and The Expendables 3. Those are two other reviews that I had done. And so the reason why I'm doing this is because this was a movie that I saw I just actually watched a little while ago. It's currently about 2 o'clock in the morning as I'm doing this video. But this movie is called Snowpiercer, and it was told to me by my boss. My boss was telling me, he goes, Tony, you're a movie connoisseur. You've seen every movie out there. You gotta see this movie if you haven't seen it. And I had heard about it, but I didn't. I knew it starred Chris Evans, but I didn't know what it was about. So my boss pretty much just told me it's a movie that's gonna make you think. It's pretty damn original, and it's pretty insane. And I was like, oh man, now I gotta watch it. And I had time tonight to do that. And he was right. This movie's about a little over 2 hours. And pretty much what Snowpiercer is about, the world, it's pretty much like a post-apocalyptic world kind of thing, which we've all seen a lot of those. But what sets this apart is the ozone layer was getting destroyed, so they were setting up chemicals to be shot into the air to rebuild the ozone layer to make Earth, safe again. Didn't work out. It caused the world to freeze over. There was snow everywhere, so this train was created, and it housed humanity within the train, and the train is extremely long. One of the things I thought about in the movie, I was like, wow, how many cars are there? Are they going through all of them? How many do we not see as they progress through the movie? But it was really a movie that I saw that after seeing it, I was like, wow, this is pretty original and makes you think and very gripping and gritty. And I was like, man, I haven't seen a movie like this in a long time. And quite frankly, it's a movie that for me is, I think it's pretty much safe to say that it's a flawless movie almost. This was a movie that I couldn't believe, right off the bat, boom, there's a plan to get everybody who lives in the tail end, which is the poor section of the train where all the poor people live. That's where they live, and they're tired of the inspections and these guys with the guns coming in and treating them like crap and taking the children to the front of the car for reasons unknown. So, from right there, and then you meet Chris Evans' character. He's leading this resistance with the help of an old man and his best friend. And apparently there was a revolution like this years ago. It failed, so, all this crazy stuff happens. They're preparing for it. And everything you see in this movie fits. You feel that it needs to be there. And I was just like, wow, they waste no time. Like I said, and we've all seen these post-apocalyptic movies and everything like that, but this is really something that takes it to a different route. It's not just a zombie survival movie. It's not the world ended, we just need to fight, we need survival in a safe haven. They have the safe haven, but they're not allowed to be in the safe haven kind of thing, life is terrible and everything like that, So it was really an original, fresh idea, which, again, I loved. And you got this because it wasn't a Hollywood movie. This was made in Korea back in 2013. But as they progress through the train, they come across one roadblock after another, whether it's people with guns and other people with axes, and they see things out there. They some of them get to see daylight again they haven't seen in 17 years and shit like that. It's it was really the acting was really good for a lot of the characters too. Mind fucks all the way around. You find out the guy who built the train is running the show. A lot of the people treat him like a god on the thing. They listen to him. They do what he says. It's really an interesting and very intelligent way they handled it. And when it came to each specific scene, it didn't go too fast, it didn't go too slow, it didn't drag or anything like that, and it always felt like it belonged. each scene contributes something to the movie to help main character of Chris Evans' character Curtis helps him understand what's going on, how he's, this is what we need to do, like this paradise that we see in front of us should belong to everybody. And I won't really spoil the movie. I'm not trying to spoil it or anything like that. So I'm not gonna explain the big mind twist and who the big bad guy is at the end at the movie. Which right there, when you find out who the bad guy is, it's kind of like another mind fuck and everything. You'll understand that when you watch the movie. But just to see how gripping this was, the tone of the movie, the camera work. Now CGI is something I shit on a lot these days because Hollywood resorts to CGI for everything because it makes everything fucking cheaper, which is fucking bullshit. I grew up in an era when action movies were out and there were just explosions left and right. People actually did stunts, didn't need no CGI crap half the time. CGI back in the old days was a last resort. If the studio wasn't able to do something specific, that's when CGI came in. A lot of people don't realize that or know that fact. But this movie, when they show the train on the outside of the world and everything like that, yeah, it's like CGI and stuff, but it's good CGI. It's surprisingly really good. It fits well. It doesn't look fake. I mean, like, that it's fake, obviously, but it doesn't look fake. It looks real. And I was like, that's impressive right there. So that was another thing I really liked about it. But the whole tone, they didn't rely on CGI a lot. It was everything on the inside pretty much was all set made. Everything was done in set. You look at the design, that's what helped make this seem even more realistic. Dark and grimy areas, high class living, botanical gardens, clubs, everything was on this train. And towards the end of the movie, Chris Evans kind of has, like, he explains to one of the people, like, what happened to him when he got on the train. All this dark and fucked up, twisted shit that, like, you're not expecting, and he portrays every scene on key. I don't know if it's because he's a really good actor, because I've seen a lot of his work before he was Captain America, but he did such a good job with this movie. Acting-wise, performance-wise, he was spot on every time. When it was his time to speak, you knew what he was doing was serious. Like, you believed what he was saying. And I was like, props to you, man. That's damn good acting right there. So the thing of it is, it's like, you gotta watch this movie. Snowpiercer is definitely a movie that, okay, post-apocalyptic, like I said, but it's definitely a movie that you have to go and see, because the tone, the look, music, acting, the writing, the directing, the screen, the how it's done on screen, the camera work, even the fight scenes, and when shit gets slowed down and, like, when things become, like, muted and you can't hear the people talking, you just watch it and you don't need the sound. It fits. Like I stated earlier in the review, everything that's done in this movie pretty much fits perfectly. So even without the voices and everything like that, when they're speaking, they're saying things, you can read their lips. Sure, sometimes you might not be able to, but, like, you understand what they're saying and what they're feeling at that moment. It's all in the facial expressions and the way it's slowed down and the time with the music and, the pulsing and everything. Very good. It's just a great movie. It's on Netflix. I don't know. It's not on Hulu, but it's on Netflix. I would legit give Snowpiercer I would have to say it's a perfect movie almost. I would give that 100%. I mean, it's about 2 hours long. Nothing feels dragged out. Nothing feels rushed. Everything feels great. It's like finding the pair of shoes that actually fit you perfectly, okay? And not having to pay an arm and a leg for them either. That's the best way that I can sum this movie up. It's good. It's original. It's comfortable. Great acting, directing, all around great work. So I can tell you right now, like, if you watch it, you won't regret it. So like I said, Snowpiercer, Chris Evans, it's a Korean film. It needs more love, because these kind of movies, they do not make in Hollywood these days. Now, there are movies like this around the world, like, that make you think and make you feel and everything like that, and this is one of them. I highly recommend going to see Snowpiercer, or, well, buying it on DVD or watching it on Netflix, which most people do have these days. So, anyway, thumbs up. like the video and all that stuff. Comment down below if you've seen the movie and if you agree with what I say. And if I missed anything, please let me know. If there's anything else I can talk about in the future with other people to make this movie even better than it already is, please let me know. So, like and subscribe, all that good stuff, because it's free in this day and age. Free is a damn good thing. As always, everybody, I'm One Big Boss. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.